All right, hey everyone, just joined here tonight with Miles and Dalton. I just wanted to talk about a couple upcoming things. If you've been following around with the training vlog series I've been doing, you probably saw me ramble about it a couple times by now. But no, Miles, Dalton, just over the last 2 days, I've been realizing what a task Miles City is actually going to be in the 220-pound class. I was kind of talking to the camera and saying, the last 2 years I podiumed, and then so I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to try to get a first place on one of the arms this year. Then I was like, I was just going through the lineup that's going to be there. And I was like, holy hell, it's going to be deep. I don't know if you guys realized it, but I mean, Miles, you're going to be there. Dalton, you're going to be there. Most likely AJ Henson, Pulsher. I think Corey said he might not be going this year, but we'll see if he shows up or not. Then we
Luke
have,
is committed to East versus West right now, so
so he's
Luke
not going
won't be
to,
there.
okay. So is he just going to be
Joe
roughing then?
Fair, Joe, yeah,
Yeah. Joe, then who's I always forget his full name. Adrian, the guy that you're pulling for the super match.
Julian Smith.
Julian, I keep calling him Adrian. Yeah, Julian. So getting on the podium is going to be tough. Like there's going to be multiple people in the top 10 to contend with in the 220 class. So
Yeah.
like it's one of those tournaments where like you could be on point and still go out 0-2. Like it's just it's going to be tough. Like, I know I'm missing some names. I remember there was more names I had last night. But yeah, or Nathan, he said he's going to be there. So that gives you an opportunity, Miles, if you want to get some revenge. But
The only thing is, I don't know. That's a decent tall order to do the super match and then do the tournament right after. I learned my lesson against.
Yeah,
That was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Mike, what
well, yeah,
we're feeling.
Dalton, what do you think about that lineup?
That lineup, I mean, I don't know. I'm scared of like the big dogs, bro. They hurt. Miles is right. AJ's right. They're all just dangerous.
Yeah, the right
what?
arm's definitely pretty scary for sure.
Yeah, for real. I really want to pull Nathan Johnson now on the left on a hook and stuff. Just to see, because yeah, I don't know. My left's definitely more of a hook arm. Yeah, I got a little top roll, but I definitely know that the hook's hitting right now.
Yeah. Is your right like hand and wrist feeling better?
Oh yeah, it's 100%. Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
I'm ready to press.
Because was it still a little messed up when you pulled Nate?
Yeah. Both my wrists were, even going in the bin. My left wrist was messed up, but it was in the moment, so it went away. I don't know how, but it literally went away.
Adrenaline.
I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go in there, and I was like, you know what? Bang, screw it. I don't even care, dude. And then it actually kind of fixed it, which is weird. Maybe it just needed some shocking.
Yeah, I think that the tendons actually like getting stressed out like that. It like forces them to kind of start healing and taking it seriously. I think over resting is probably a mistake for tendons. But yeah, no, this lineup is looking super deep. And I was just saying, like on both arms, it's gonna be hard to podium. Like I'm gonna have to be really on my game and maybe get a few lucky first matchups so I'm not tired out against the tough guys. But no, actually, I want to talk too about the whole Ben match, Dalton, because on the earlier at the little bender, I pulled Ben, and yeah, I just kept getting stuck in his defense, and like I couldn't really do anything to break through. And me and you, we have pretty similar stopping power, but you have a lot more offensive power. So I remember like as soon as the match got done, I walked over to you and I was just like, I think you might have enough to just to break through him. And you proved that you were able to do it. And Ben was rank 2, so that puts you up in rank 2 overall, not just
Yeah.
for super heavies, the over 200-pound class in Montana. So that means now, Miles, that you guys are going to have to come to Dalton. He's not going to have to go traveling out everywhere if you want that rank.
Watching him climb, is he gonna call me, or is he gonna jump ahead so he doesn't have?
Yeah.
He's jumping ahead.
Yeah. I was running from you. I was jumping. I promise that. You're right. You're right-handed, right? Dominant.
Yeah, I've been out.
Yeah.
It's got everything it needs. My retarded brother. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it don't. And all it takes is one little thing to go wrong.
Yeah.
For real though. That's true.
Yeah, no, that's it's really weird because like my left hand is much stronger than my right hand, so I feel like I kinda get what I want and I'm able to get away with more on my left, but my left hand just goes through like, it just refuses to do anything but the one move, like, that's it, and that's all it'll do. But my right hand, even though it's weaker, like, like, yeah, I'll dive into a press or I'll do a shoulder roll, or sometimes I'll even top roll, like, randomly at practice. Sometimes I'm like, "How the hell," I'll just randomly top roll you, doll, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, how did we get here?"
I know. I'm like, dude, I'm not even ready for it because I feel it like once a year. And then it's like bang, and it's good. You actually have a good pot roll. Just got to use it.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's just, like, not intuitive. It just, like, happens, like, instinctively. I don't know. But, yeah, so I just think it's always funny that, like, the way that the left and right work, like, even if you train them the same, like, they just behave completely differently, you know? But I do think that, Miles City just, over the last couple of years, it's always been a pretty high level tournament, and especially, like, in that 220 and 198. So, like, this is a really good opportunity too, because a lot of people are probably traveling in. Uh just because again, Julian is coming, and a lot of people have seen, the caliber of athletes that are coming down. And I think some of the did Leif. He usually comes, and hopefully we can get Levi and all those guys down there too. And I know they're pulling in the higher weight classes, but man, it's becoming a hard tournament, just like Montana State, where a couple years ago you could just like show up and just like blow through and just like okay, whatever, kind of an easy day. And now it's just like, man, even getting on it's like it's a proper pro tournament now. Like you have to be pretty legit to place.
Yeah.
But I do think Dalton's left is on a pretty good tear. And Miles, I kind of wanted to get what your opinion on the match with Ben. Because you felt my left arm fatigued a couple times, and I'm sure you've pulled with Ben up with when you train with the Highline guys. Do you think his left is like, was it a good representation when he pulled me and Dalton, or do you think it's underperforming? Do you think he was overrated in the ranks a little bit? Because Levi feels stronger than Ben to me.
Be basically where that would apply. Got Ben's frame, neither advantage or it's all about how they use their tools. And like Ben's got speed when he wants it. Ben, um, like it's if he same as anyone, if you don't shut my hand down, you're usually in for a long fight or a short fight, depending on. But like his his arm power and like if he gets locked into his spot, he can hang out there for quite a while.
Yeah.
In my opinion of that match, it went great. I mean, Dalton came in raring to go, and he showed that clearly he's leveled up and that he's ready to take on whoever. So like it was Dalton's got speed. He's got a solid hit, good hand control, and can have a nasty top roll when he wants it. Hell was that?
I heard it. Sound like a bird.
I don't know. As long as the tires stay under this damn thing, we'll be fine. Be fine. But no, and so like Dalton's got a lot of tools, and he was able to use them successfully more more so than Ben was able to get access to hit. And so I think
Yeah.
that helped a lot. And I guess we'll see how Dalton goes going forward. I mean, he's gonna have his hands full here pretty soon. So whether someone just below him calls him out for the spots, or if he goes after that number one spot. Because I know the person who's holding number one at the moment, that's a decently tall order.
Yeah. He felt crazy at the Little Bender.
Yeah. He
But that's
did.
also what was, because I don't know if you saw the after pull footage where Logan was going, doing a king of the table, but, like, he went through like me and Dalton and Ben pretty easy, but then Brian stuck him.
Well, now here's the other thing though. I don't know if Logan's going to keep pulling for a while.
Yeah.
He might have to come off of there, and then the next one goes up, and then it's a battle for which it's Logan, Leif. No, wait, Logan. How the hell does that go?
It goes Logan, it goes Dalton now, and then it goes I think Joe on the left. Joe or Leif, and then I think you got moved into either fourth or fifth.
I was fourth. I was fourth, if I remember.
Yeah, so I think you got knocked down to fifth now. Because yeah, Dalton came up. So that knocked so now it would be Logan, Dalton, Ben, and then it's either Joe or Leif, and then you.
Be Leif. Joe's left is out for a while, so it's got to be Leif.
Okay.
Which Leif was talking earlier about going after that number one spot on the left as well. So he's thinking he's wanting to go the roost on left and right.
He looks like a robot or something right now. It's crazy.
Dude.
He's feeling pretty spooky, but that's all right. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not quite there, just not in the mood just yet to make a jump, but I'm gonna do it here pretty soon. I'll go climbing for that spot. Why not?
Yeah.
Something to do.
Well, I think too, one thing I think about the rankings and because like I'm completely fine with I don't think the rankings need to be like stable. I'm completely fine with them being volatile. So that's why I think it should be like if you pull someone in a tournament, like it should count, I think. Like
And not only that, but like if we really wanted to, I mean, and this is one thing where we talked, me and I think for the top 5 at least per se, that you should do, like make sure everything is well ran, and then that way there's no griping, no bitching, no nothing,
yeah, like
But
a certified ref.
something like that, yes, or something. But you see, because truthfully, like if I really wanted to, and if Blade wanted to, I mean, we could hash out number one on a Wednesday really easily. I'd have everyone there. They know the rules. They can do ready go, and they can follow everything. So truth be told, Leif and I could get there, warm up a bit, so everything's flowing, and do a best of 3 right then, or a best of 2, or whatever, and then we could have it all recorded, send it in, bang, there you go, and then either he keeps the spot or I take it. And then that's that. I mean, if you want to get technical, that's the one nice advantage about being in the same place as one of the placeholders.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And maybe like we could do like a contention rule where it's like after the match, because obviously it has to be recorded, then the both competitors go back, rewatch the match, and as long as they both agree that it's legit and they feel like the better person won, then it just goes. Or if someone contends it and says, "Hey, I don't like this," then maybe like within 1 or 2 weeks, then they have to like rerun it again just to align.
That'd be cool.
And then it'll be like on the second time, whoever wins just wins, because or else people will just like endlessly, be like, "No, that's not legit. That's not legit." But yeah. So I think we definitely have ways we can refine it further. And I think it is, it's definitely fun and it's motivated a lot of people, and there's a lot of people saying like, "Oh, I want to get on that list now," and so they're trying to find their ways in. But honestly, like it's actually pretty tough. Like when you think about it, up and down, like Montana's getting pretty tough. Where some people are saying like, "Oh, who do you think I should pull?" And you look at the list and you're like, man, even down like at 19 and 20 and all that stuff, it's like it's not like a lot of easy days for most people. Um, yeah, it's a tough list to come up in. And yeah, I definitely need to work because again, bring back to the Ben match, and it's been something I've been thinking about a lot for Miles City because one thing I noticed, I think when I pulled Ben on the first round, he kind of like he took me lightly and he let me get the go, I think. Like he just wanted to see what I had. And I was able to take enough top end off of him, I think, wore him down a little bit more than he thought. And I stopped that hit. And then on the second round, if you watch, he tried to hit me, but I stuck him center. And I was beating him center every round. And, with Dalton, and I could be misremembering, but I think you kind of had to come back from the B side. Like he was winning center with you. And I just think it's a kind of a weird, again, it's just like arm wrestling is so freaking weird where it's like, I feel like if I'm winning center, that should show that I have enough power, to get the win. And it could be a technical thing on my end. But then, Dalton's able to pull it back from the B side. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been wearing on me where it's like, okay, well, if I'm able to win center, then I should be able to pull through, you know. Uh, so that's one thing I definitely want to work on these next coming weeks at our practices because yeah, it's just been bugging me. I'm like, fuck.
You've
I should have
got
been able to
those
find a
that
way.
right. Well, you got the give and take. Like some people give you this, so then they can take this, and then it's what they feel will benefit their style. Like obviously he felt comfortable, or sorry, hypothetically, one could feel comfortable giving you the center because they know that they don't need the center. They don't care about it. They're going to go outside. So they're not going inside. They're going out. And then like center to them doesn't matter. So they'll let you get center to get out.
Mhm.
To me, I don't know. I for the most part don't exactly rule that now. Hard to say. Left is a little more or right's more calculated than my left. My left just does whatever the hell it wants. And my right, it's a little more like, all right, we're setting up like this. This is how this is going to go. This doesn't work. We've got transition B. That don't work. We've got transition C. So like it's pretty well calculated, kind of like a game plan. Left, she just friggin' snorted a line and smoked 3 packs of Marlboros and drank a bottle of Shine and stepped up to the table.
Yeah.
Who knows what the
Yeah.
hell it's gonna do?
Heck yeah. Dude, so
Yeah.
like wait, how'd you do against Ben on the left outside the strap again?
Are you saying me or
Yeah, yeah, you Andrew.
outside the strap?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically I just kind of like one center and we got stuck right here. So he was like, maybe 20% of the way. Like he wasn't, I wouldn't say like fully on the B side, but he was about 20% of the way over. So I was kind of like, if we started here, then I would knock him to here. And then that's where we would get stuck. And then I felt like he was doing a good job of stopping me from like rolling. So I didn't feel like I could really roll more. And then and if I tried to really hit into the roll, then I was like lifting my elbow. So I was trying to be wary about my fouls. So then I just tried to I just really locked in my chest and my lats. And then I just tried like, okay, I'm just gonna, if I can't roll, and I'm just gonna just try to power through. And I just started like doing those hits.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We never went to the straps. I think that was probably something I should have tried. I was just afraid that he was gonna lean forward and like press or something. And, just with the size difference, I didn't want him to press me. So but I probably should have tried at least 1 round in the strap because I think since I was taking his wrist when he did get me over to the B side, if I had the strap, I probably could have rose and maybe come back, but,
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah, I thought all your matches were in strap for some reason. I didn't you guys just stayed in that kinda like hook.
yeah.
Yeah, dang, I forgot. Yeah, because Ben was slipping me every time. I was just taking his whole hand. That's the only reason I was wondering because yeah, because we both did pull him different. Like you got him from this like when I was no strap with him, I was taking his hand, he had to slip. But in the strap, he was taking me all the way over and I was catching. But then you were stopping him center without the strap. And I was just like, it's so weird how yeah, everything's just different. Like
Yeah.
how both of us played it out.
But
Like,
same thing though, like I was saying though, I think that with the power that you have, especially in your pronation, your rule right now, like I think that's like the number one thing. Like if we get your center table down, so that way you're not always having to do the extra energy to come back from the B side.
mm,
Like just like what Miles was saying earlier, I think you're pretty much in contention with anyone in terms of power. Like you have enough to pin anyone. It's just it's that little technical, and then again, not because like sometimes you pull from like deep on the B side when you're finally get like your pronation locked in and start rolling. I mean, that's great, but I feel like, especially like in tournaments, that's gonna wear you out.
oh yeah, big
Winning
time.
center is gonna be really, really important.
And I was doing that back pull on Ben because I was trying to bust his the ring and pinky forward so I could kind of regain my wrist so I could try to keep going over. But yeah, I blew up pretty hard against Ben on I mean it was hard to grab the chalk at some point. So I mean I was like Yeah. So I definitely need to get a little more just in the middle tight and just try to do a quick top roll instead of just trying to bicep everything. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
Well, I've noticed like that first, like when you do, like when I do land the top roll, it's usually just actually really nailing that first really small movement. Like it's not like a big sweeping movement like I think in my head. It's
mhm,
just like for me, it's like just nudging my elbow forward. Like instead of
yeah,
coming forward this way, it's like coming forward this way. And then it's like, oh, I'm in a top roll. Like so it's
yeah,
just that one little movement.
yeah,
But
it's a little
it's
minor.
hard to detrain that because like we're so used to, really committing to the cup. So yeah. But I do think the good thing about your style, like where it's evolving, is that even if your hand does get blown up, like once you get outside, you don't really need your hand. Like you can open your hand. You're like, well, you kind of already do, and then you just like hit through this
Yeah.
part of your hand, and it's like I said, it's obviously super devastating because once Brian, like he was able to kind of like knock you over too with his hit,
Mhm.
and then and it looked like he was in a really good spot. And then you just blasted through him with the hit. So yeah, it's obviously super devastating. And if you could do that from the center,
Yeah,
like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna
yeah,
be tough.
just gotta get there. Gotta be
Yeah.
able to engage it. That's the thing too with Ben that was nice about pulling Ben is he doesn't have like a super strong hand. So I could control him the whole time. That's why
Yeah.
I felt more confident compared to like when I pulled Miles in where did we pull last?
City.
Miles City, yeah. When I set up with him, his hand was so much more well, irony. I couldn't get anything I wanted and it makes me feel like I already lost the match.
Yeah.
So
Because you were already smiling, kind of laughing a little bit, like, all right. Then you got serious for a second. My hand come around, and then you instantly was like, fuck.
yeah,
Just,
exactly what it was
just
too.
like, yeah, ready, go.
Yeah, I know. Then after watching Nathan pull you and he kind of was able to not the first round, but when your hand actually kind of started hurting or your arm blew up, whatever it was, he forced you into a hook and caught. And I was like, well, maybe that's what I'm gonna try with Miles next time. I'm just gonna bang into that damn hook with you, see if I can stop something.
Now, we jumped into a hook before, and yours didn't hold up, but who knows?
It
Maybe it
it
will
did not at
now.
all. Yeah, I'm just a little guy, all right? I'm just a wee fella.
Definitely doing some science on Saturday, Miles, trying out Nathan's move to see if it's effective. Because if that does work, if that does get in the hook, then me and Dalton might be coming with Nathan's move against you.
Yeah. One of us can't beat you, but both of us can together.
Both arms, yeah, two
Yeah, both
arms against
arms.
one. There
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
It's like, oh, just attack his big old vein on his arm. Just fucking knife into his vein and blow his hand up.
I'll say, thankfully, is there's 2 months time. Time for I'm a pretty quick study, and I'm like a sponge. I absorb everything. So we'll see just how much more I add to my arsenal
Yeah.
and how much more change I can. Who knows? I mean, we'll definitely see what happens. And like I said, I have no problem pulling whoever. We've got to get through Julian first. That's the match that matters now, and
Yeah,
everything
Julian
else
for sure.
is after that. So we'll see. And I know at some point we'll end up pulling again, but whether it's Miles
Him. Where it's like some people, the way that they go through, like it fucking just hurts and it just like wears you. Even if it's like an easy and you don't give them that much, like, you don't
back
stop them
now,
that much or slow them down. You're just like wore out after that. And you're like, just
Yeah.
because the angle they go through. So Miles should be pretty healed up and ready to go right back to training. I know I was able, like, I've been training all week, so I felt pretty good. And even with the after pulling now, just committing to training every day, I think it's kind of conditioned me to the point to where I can just keep training.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm probably more wore out than I thought. Like all my numbers are definitely down this week, but
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow because just between like you and Nathan and a lot of the other guys, just seeing different things, it's gave me ideas, and I'm sure probably for you too.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, no, I was just thinking, man, Miles City, that's gonna be fucking tough, huh? It's gonna hurt my feelings if I don't get on the podium this time
Dude,
than
I
I
know,
did
right?
last
I don't
time.
even know if I'm gonna make it on there, dude.
I know
I
it's
I'm
rough. Huh?
like, what the heck? Yeah. He's back.
Luckily, the way that Nathan pulls, like the angle he goes through, it doesn't do like a lot of damage, or at least like in the past when I've pulled him, like it doesn't. He doesn't pull you up to the high angle, so it doesn't really hurt your elbow too bad. So you've probably been able to go right back to training, I'd imagine. I mean, I don't know how hard you after pulled or anything, but I imagine you're probably right back to training this week.
After the match, once once all the blood returned and went back to its normal state, then it felt great. And then after pulling, everything felt great. I went as hard as I wanted to, and then
Mm.
I went
I
to
think we might have
Bob's
lost you again.
seminar, and that was great. Learned a whole bunch. I after pulled with Cody Wood till he had to fucking get on the airplane, and Cody was still feeling plenty strong that next morning. Plenty strong. So had a lot
Oh,
of
I
fun,
bet.
which I did. Maybe I overdid it a little bit, but everything there was no pain till about 2, 3 business days later. And then I was reminded that I pulled on the weekend, but it went away within a few hours. So I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess we're ready to go again. So we'll
Mhm.
train we'll train this weekend, um, and get after it, closing shit up and opening some new doors. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, see what the hell comes of it. So if it works, it works. If it don't,
Yeah, we
well,
will see, that's for sure.
back to the drawing board.
Mhm. And then I was gonna ask you, Dalt, you got to pull Tim Lewis, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
How
pulled
did he
Tim
feel?
Lewis. Tim Lewis didn't feel honestly, if I wasn't to pull Ben as hard as I did, I would I think I could almost flash I not flash, but I can go right over Tim's hand, I think. I
Yeah,
really
'cause,
do.
he had a war with Cody the day before.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, again, I don't know what kinda shape he was in, but I wonder too, like, it made me think that maybe you and Cody Sluggett might be a good match on the left. But, yeah, I was thinking that you and Cody might be a good match, or maybe even you and Tim, but
Jim felt good when I after pulled him.
yeah, that's why, 'cause, Cody Sluggett beat him, like, barely, like, they had a war, so, yeah, maybe Dalton and Cody or Dalton and Tim would be a good matchup.
Yeah.
It sounded like Jim was telling Cody that he needs to pull Nathan.
Mm.
Yeah.
It might work
I feel like that'd be stylistically.
further along Nathan can get in the next little bit too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now that he knows that he really felt no shoulder pain and shit, and like he was able to kind of get after it with training, I think he's gonna get after it and see what the hell comes of it. So potentially he can do the same damn thing as me, and then it's a race to see who gets better faster.
That's true, but honestly, I'm really looking forward to pulling Nathan again too, so, again, 'cause styles change up everything, and obviously too with him getting the win at the arm bender, just chasing a winning on him too would be feeling good. But yeah, he's a person too that I just know that whenever he buckles down and like really goes through like a tough training block, he always gets way better, it seems like. And he's been pulling for long enough now too that he knows exactly what he wants to do and where he wants to go. So yeah, keeping him out of his lane
He
is the main
definitely
thing.
has the
Yeah. Because he's been pulling about 10 years now, right? Or at least 6. Was that when we talked to him? Yeah. So he's been pulling for a while. So yeah, he's always someone too that Dalton and I have come across at tournaments. I think Dalton, you got the better of him right on the right arm this last time, and then on the left arm he beat you.
Yeah, we swapped. Yeah. Because I beat him the last 2 times left we faced off, and then this last time we faced off, he beat my left, and then I pressed his right. Actually, twice in a row. So
Yeah.
so,
And
yeah.
how early did you know about the Nathan match with the arm bender? Did you already know like pretty much right after the last year's arm bender, or
I think it was like
mm,
maybe somewhere in there because it was on the right arm, and then Josh said, okay, well, I'm thinking you and Nathan. I said, okay. He said, I'll leave it up to you guys to decide which arm and all the particulars and stuff. So I said, well, I'll get a call with him. So I called Nathan, and I said, what do you think, bud? He says, I said, which arm you want? He goes, well, my right's tore up, so I want to go left. my right had just returned, so I was so excited for it to get back into the light, and it's like, yes, oh shoot, left. Okay, fair enough. All right, and I said, what do you want? I said 220. I said what? He's like, yeah, 220 sounds good. He said, do you want to meet it, or do you want to do like 240 on it? Fuck no. I said 220 is perfect. We'll cap it at that. Okay, good. All set? Yep, all set. I called Josh. All right, Nathan and I, 220 cap, left arm. Got it. Awesome. This will be good. I said, yep, sounds good. Which it sucked because I got sick for over a month right after that, and then I pulled the Ottawa Open, and then was sick again for a little bit, and then it was rebuilding everything all back over, and then got sick for another month, damn near in January. Yeah, it was the end of December and in through January. I got sick for almost a month. So it's like, dear God, we gotta have to do something, or I'm gonna fall apart. So it was loaded up on some doctor prescribed pills, and like either my liver's gonna give out or the bug is gonna go away. Hopefully it was the bug, and the bug went away. So
Yeah.
and then it was, and then Nathan, he got sick, and so then
Yeah.
it was like, damn. It's like, are we both gonna fucking show up to the table with cough syrup and prescribed medications and fucking Kleenex boxes and shit? Is that
It's
what
the way it
how
goes
this is
sometimes.
gonna go? Like, oh Christ. So
Yeah, I was just wondering too if he was just if his left arm was already in prep for September for the Montana State. Just because again, yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised when he beat Dalton on the left, just because yeah, historically Dalton and I have beat him always on the left. I mean, it wasn't like too hard either. Either he had already leveled up or he was already in prep, and like obviously, I know like when you're really prepping for something, your level goes up a lot.
yeah, I think that was just after he'd gotten back from Colorado State, and so he was light. I think he was like 98 or some damn thing, and then he got up to just about 200 and like 205 maybe for Montana State. No, yeah, I think so. Anyway, and then he pulled AJ. Um, it didn't pull off the win there. So I don't know. I know his right was bugging him pretty badly. So he was kind of putting more bank on the left, I think, to hold up more than anything. So it could have been in somewhat of a prep just because that was about what he had. So who
Right.
knows?
Yeah. So, but it was just surprising, and it did definitely give me a little bit better hope for Nathan going into your guys' match. Because again, the first round of your guys' match is kind of like how I saw it just going. Period.
Me too.
Yeah.
The second round, because the first round was dominant, the second round, like, were you kind of wanting to go into the hook just to see, or were you just weren't able to get there because of everything else?
The second the second it was not a little bit, but
The one
like it
position
was
looked the same.
more, yeah, so like it kinda in the setup. Like I kinda was gonna zig but ended up zagging. And
Yeah.
so, and of course now looking back and thinking and everything else, I know exactly what I could have done to completely change that all out. And
Hmm.
it probably would have saved that. Even if I'd have lost that round, I think it would have gotten it out of the straps and then maybe not done the damage to the artery. Potentially we could have kept and then, had like a back and forth, whatever. And then with my arm not pumped full, then I would have been able to access my counters a little bit
Hmm.
better. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Shit happens. The way
Yeah.
way she
It
goes.
depends. Luckily, you guys are.
More from our losses than we do our wins.
We do. Yeah. Well, unless you're me, I just keep taking them out. But um, no, and to Dalton, I wanted to get your opinion because I never asked you at the arm bender, and we haven't had practice yet. But What did you think about Dakota and Brian's match?
I mean, it was a grinder. That was pretty sweet though.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
pretty
so back and
sweet.
forth, but
It
yep.
was painful to watch, painful to watch.
Yeah.
I didn't like, man, neither of them willing to give up like that. Pretty crazy. But, you know, with you and Dakota's history and then you pulling Brian before too, you know, because I think we were talking about or thinking about like another like a rematch with you and Dakota. So, you know, does that give you like a little bit more confidence going into a rematch with him, or what are you feeling like?
More than confidence. That's dominance. If Dakota wanna pull this left, I mean, I don't think you'd have a chance with me right now. That's we have beef on the right.
Yeah.
I think I could have always gave him a little bit of work on the left. Definitely seeing how it went back and forth with Brian and the, you know, just too even, for and then when I pulled him, I mean, we're after that first round, after I kind of felt what he had, and then the third one where I just completely took his hand and went over for a top roll, and or no, went for a hook. I just kind of saw that my left definitely progressed. So, but yeah, for against Dakota on the left, I don't think he. I don't know. I don't think right now he's ready for mine. I think he needs a little more strength. I think he already has the top roll and IQ and stuff, but I think our rights would be a really good match now, though, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
I definitely think that I'm not going I mean, he knows I can press now, so it's a very good exit for me. But I definitely want to beat him in his own game. I want to top roll Dakota.
Okay.
And I do want to beat him. And I'm gonna look at him, tell him I am big enough.
Well, stylistically, you should be able to get the high post against him.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think so
One thing
too.
I always kind of enjoyed was, he beat Josh, and then he was pulling you, and then he looks at the camera and he goes, "You need to make him bigger. You need to make him bigger."
I
Like,
know.
okay. And then Josh literally walks over and he goes, "Will you pull him?" Pull him. And then right after we pulled, then he's on the podcast and he's like, you know, I pulled Josh. I felt pretty good. I pulled Dalton. I said, you need to make him bigger. Well, then I pulled Miles. They definitely made him bigger. Now, Montana, you need to make him smaller.
Yeah.
That's it. He's like, I'm done with the 220s. Nope, Miles retired me to the 98s. It's like, oh, come.
You
He'll be
did.
back.
You did put the whooping on him that day, though. That was your day. Made me
It
feel
was a
good.
good day.
Woohoo.
And like, I mean, that it just goes to show, like, you know, he talked a little bit of smack. That's fun and game. That's all right. It's like, okay. And I mean, he boosted me to get serious with training. And so I was like, all right, which I don't know. Maybe it's fact, like if I hadn't started working with Eugene and we pulled the match, it very well could have been different because I'd have still been kind of doing solo stuff and then working with Leif and the guys. It might have been a different deal. But I owe a lot to Eugene and Sergey and all the guys. Once he agreed to train me, I mean, it was like 100%. I'll be there. And then it was 2 times a week. Like I'd go up Saturday or we train Saturday and Sunday. I mean, being able to train full tilt for 2 days in a row, like that takes a lot of drive and initiative.
yeah.
I just happen to have it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think so. And, one thing that would be great. Like, I kind of wish, it'd be like we've talked about it a couple different times, Miles, but, like one of these days we're going to have to like, go back and forth for practices. But, um, what we really need at Billings, I feel like, because we don't really have it at our practice, and you can tell me if you agree or not, Dalton, but we don't really have any like hand dominant people at practice. So that's why it'd be nice if Chuck came to practices, because we
Mhm.
would have a stronger hand to pull against more consistently. So I feel like we get a little bit like our hands are getting stronger, and I feel like we're not really losing in the hand as much anymore. But like when we practice, I feel like, like you, myself, or Declan, like our hands aren't really getting challenged by anyone,
Yeah.
And like even each other, I feel like our strengths like here are pretty similar. So it's not like I don't really make you uncomfortable, you don't make me uncomfortable, like we all just kind of like we kinda know where we wanna grip or don't wanna grip. So it'd be nice just having someone who just had, like, a little bit stronger hand, just so that way we could just work with that because, yeah, that's one thing we're really missing, like, even up in Great Falls, like, Brian's got a good hand and, Logan's got a good hand, and so they get to, like, kind of train against a strong hand, but we don't that's, like, the one piece I feel like we have people who press now, we have people who hook, we have people who top roll, so we can get training against all that, but, like, we don't really have someone that has, like, a level higher hand than us to really work with.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, Declan's probably the strongest thing we have for dominant right hand, and that's
But he doesn't challenge you in the setup, though.
no,
It's
no.
just an unmovable hand once it gets
Yeah.
moving.
Occasionally, like a good cup, like, but I mean, that's it. Like, yeah, Chuck will be. I don't know if you want me to tell anyone, but he will be coming to all practices and all that stuff. So,
Oh, he's gonna start coming now?
and he is, and the weight he has been working. He's working out with me and Nick now, and weightlifting. So,
Okay.
and he's. I don't know. I think he might be a little scary after a couple months of this because he's never worked. He doesn't work out. Like he doesn't
Yeah,
lift weights or nothing.
yeah,
So he's just it's just how he is. He's just good at it and just does it enough where he knows, you know. But he only has a A and almost a B move. He needs A B C D. He needs a lot more utility. So I think that Easton match showed him that though. So I think he's gonna
yeah.
flip it around.
Yeah, the Easton match was really good. He was able to knock Easton off center, and I know Easton his game plan was to go in was to kind of absorb and take that top end off a Chuck just to reduce any chance of a flash pin. But he didn't make it easy on Easton, I'd say for sure. So yeah, it's just like a testament to how because I don't know if you got to grip up with Easton, but Easton's pretty crazy. So actually, did you get a pull with him, Miles?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Easton's he's pretty good. Did he do like a ready go or a hit, or did he just do slow pulling? Yeah, he's really good at that initial. Like he gets up to 100 really fast. So
It'll be fun to watch him and Jody pull.
do you think? I don't know. I feel like I think Chuck's better than Jody.
Should be, but him
Uh,
and Jody are pulling on the left.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, Jody's left is a lot better than his right. I don't really know. I feel like it's kind of inconsistent though, so I'm not really sure what level it's at.
Jody, he beat Jordan.
Yeah,
We'll see how that goes over. Could go back to the old thing of styles make matches, so we'll see. But I don't know. Who
Were you
knows?
kind of surprised with the Eason and Jordan Sill left matchup, or did you think Eason was gonna have more for him?
I thought he might have a smidgen more, but like talking with Jordan and seeing the form that he came in with, and then after the right arm destruction with Cliff, I knew that that left was going to be coming in
Hot, yeah.
100%, and he was going to reclaim.
Yeah, he
And
had
I
more
was right.
action I've seen in a long time.
Hmm.
Because even when he pulled, what's that guy's name? Like Vaz. It's like at the winter thing. I think it's just Vaz, maybe.
When he pulled him, and
Prince Eagle or whatever. Yeah, so like, 'cause that's kind of more typical what you see from Jordan where he's like really calm and he's kind of up there and he's more reactive. But I felt like when it came to that left-handed match with Easton, like he was like fully like he was up and he was like leaning towards the table and he was like super engaged. And I feel like we don't really see that because like even with Clifton, the first round with Clifton, like he was really relaxed. And that's like again, like I said, more
until
typical.
Jordan got his pin, then he wasn't as relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Get off my fucking table.
Yeah, that
Watching
was
those light bulbs on the table going, I don't know if you put them in quite deep enough, Josh, because that table's moving all over.
it was, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good thing Adam and Sandras were, like, coming forward on top of the table because, yeah, that thing would have been fucking gone
Yeah,
if they were hitting back. Well, I guess Adam kinda has to come forward 'cause, uh, he's, I think was he, like, 4 or 5 inches shorter than Sandras? So
yeah, I think Adam.
shit, Adam was huge. Adam looked so
Yeah, that
freaking
was
big.
big.
Yeah, that it was
I
juicy.
I was feeling pretty big, but, he made me feel little, and I was like, "Dang."
For real.
Yeah, he's wide, man. He's a big dude. And you can just tell too, he's like one of those guys who's just like put together different. just super thick bones, and like his neck is super thick, and yeah, lots of frame, lots of frame. It's really surprising now after seeing him that he was making. It makes me wonder what he looks like when he cuts to the 87, or if it's mostly just water that he does. Because what is 87 kilos? Is that like 188 or 189? Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a man. That's like 40 pounds
What did you
almost.
weigh there?
What's that?
What did Adam weigh?
Yeah, like 227 or
227.
228.
Wow, damn.
And he looked massive.
He's 4 pounds heavier than me, or yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Why didn't I look that big?
September to February, he gained just under 40.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of makes me feel like he should stay in the higher classes now.
Yeah, dominant.
I feel like Sanders
See what I
represents the highest level opponent he's ever had.
believe so.
I don't think Bacho beats Sanders. I really don't. I don't think Bacho can beat Sanders. So
Hard to say.
again, but it goes back to just arm wrestling and styles being what they are.
The lighting's too good, dude. I keep wanting to just look at it.
You got that down lighting now? Yeah.
Damn, look at that thing.
I know Miles is getting big too. His forearms are now that you have those weight the table and the weight sets and all that.
Yeah,
I know it makes a big difference because even like with you, Dalton, just like going to training more consistently and seriously, it's just leveled you up really fast.
yeah. Actually applying myself too. That's all this. I like. I mean, even I'm acquiring more toys now.
Yeah.
Look at this little thing. I got like a little dildo right here or something. You know,
Yep.
maybe I
Yeah.
should say that, but you know what I mean.
Don't trip over near an arm wrestling table at night. That's for sure.
Yeah, a little plop. Uh, dude, yeah, this has been fun though. Training though, like just trying new things and feeling new things get
Yeah.
stronger faster than normal.
Absolutely. Are you still doing the basketball too?
Yeah, I'm playing like 4 times a week. I was doing
Yeah, it's
that
pretty
preparing
rough
for
too.
Ben. Like I was when before I'm the day 2 days before Ben, I had a hour and a half long game, and then day for that I played, and I mean I still maintained heavy weight and felt good. So
That probably helps with your conditioning though. That's probably why you recover fast.
yeah, definitely though. Like yeah, I feel good. Like I'm playing that much. I mean, and I'm running to where like my hip will start hurting, and then like I will break past the point, and then it goes away, and I'm like that has to be good. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you're starting to get older now. You're gonna have to start feeling your joints.
I know, feel it, dude. Getting out of bed, I'm like, no,
Yeah,
for real
no,
though.
it's weird. Like when I started getting into my 30s, like I would just like first thing in the morning, I would just get up and get out of bed. And as soon as I put pressure, like one of my knees would just start hurting or my back would start hurting. I'm like, oh God. So this shit's real. This is a fucked. Yeah. Yeah. You're starting to get into the early stages of that. You still got a couple years, but
Yeah, but still, you know.
What in the hell happened? I had fucking full percentage, and all of a sudden it quit.
Oh, did they?
damn
Yeah.
service.
No, I had
Where you
full
at?
service. I have no idea what the hell happened. One minute we're here, the next everyone goes.
Yeah.
Dang, are you still headed home? You live far from where you're working right now? Oh, that's always on the road.
On the road. Oh well, is what it is. I love the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you gonna pull it all or are you just roughing?
We'll see. Depending on who all shows up. If there's someone worthwhile, yeah, I might put my arm.
I mean, it's
We'll
Friday night. You got to pull.
yeah. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Like I said,
And
if there's
then
enough interest, I might. If there's not, I
Mhm.
I mean, because
have
if there's not enough guys in my weight class or whatever, then no, I
yeah,
would probably have to pull up again if I want to, just whether or not I want to.
Yeah,
right. And matters probably just how everything ends up feeling, but
Mm-hmm.
dude, these do not translate to real grip. I swear,
no, they don't.
they're so awkward, dude. These damn.
Things. They
What
captains
what
a crush or they knock off.
what is probably
Yeah,
knockoff?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know for like I have a really small hand compared to you guys, but yeah, they don't feel I don't feel any of the same pressure that I would on a table from a gripper, that's for sure.
no. Basically, the best way to do them is like how John Bruzink showed, is you have to have them curled in to do this.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's the only way. Don't be training shit out here like that, because unless you want to pull with your wrist kick, that's
Yeah,
not the way to do it.
yeah.
I can't even under like the
Yeah, it's way harder like that. Way
Oh,
harder.
100%.
wow. Dude, because I know that Ian has that nice grip tester.
But
Um,
yeah,
yeah, the one, yeah. And I on my left, I did 228 on that.
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty damn good.
I thought it was solid. I mean, I don't know how if I could even like, sometimes it messes up, but I don't think you can really mess up more. I don't know. It didn't seem like it
Right.
seemed high for my left.
Yeah, no, that's so good. Anything over 100 kilos is good. So that's, yeah, that's just overs.
I'm gonna tell him to bring it tomorrow. I want to try it again. Shit, I'll do. We need to do a video like that where we get everyone to do some gripping just
That's
for
actually
fun.
what I was gonna do a video on that. I was gonna do like a who has the strongest hand at Magic City Arms.
Mhm.
But I keep trying to wait for a weekend where everyone's like somewhat recovered or somewhat fresh or not just from competing, but it just never happens. Cause I don't want anyone to have like a bad number just because they were just wrecked, the weekend before or whatever.
Yeah,
So
110
yeah, I was thinking
pounds.
about doing that. And then I was thinking about doing a video too where we get like a bunch of pizzas and we see who can like throw down 3 medium pizzas the fastest or something.
Bro, do not challenge me, bro. I swear I'm a dog at eating, bro.
Me
I'll be
too.
right back. I'll be
I
right back.
was okay. Yeah, I was we went to Famous Dave's last night
Uh-huh.
and I got the whole founder's feast to myself and I ate the whole thing.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, I know it was good though, huh?
Yeah. Oh, it was actually I really like Famous Dave's, but I haven't been there in a while and that's like, man, I need to go here. It's like just like a slightly better it's hard to say it's better than Texas Roadhouse, but um it gives you way more food, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, way more.
Yeah, I have um to kind of confirm matches for later this year and wanted to we'll wait for Miles to get back. But yeah, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it, like honest thoughts too. But I'm gonna be pulling do you remember Deadly Dale?
The other deal. Is that the what's he look like? Forgot.
He pulled Niles Anderson and Joe Fear at Montana Underground. Do you remember that like 2 years ago we had those up in um
Yeah, yeah.
up
You
in
went.
Great Falls?
Yeah, yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah, so he pulled Niles Anderson and Joe Fear and he beat Joe and Niles, but that was like 2 years ago. So I'm gonna be pulling him on the right arm, and then um, I'm gonna be pulling Mike Shafe again on the left arm.
Oh,
So yeah, I just wanted I don't know if you remember who Deadly Dale is, but I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts, like honest thoughts on that matchup between me and them, and then what you think I would need to do to make sure I can pull off the W.
Deadly Dale, never heard of him.
Yeah, I know you know him, Miles.
I was like,
You know, hard to say with Dale. I'm curious to see how much he's regained and returned by that point. So that will be interesting to see.
Let's assume he'll
Obviously,
be as good as he was against Jason. Let's just make that assumption, just
okay.
so
Well, if he's as good as he was when he pulled Jason in October, that will be a hell of a fight. Let's see what would have to be done for that. Be a
do you think I should just keep refining my strengths and try to pull through inside? Should I
mm,
try to have a top roll prepared?
I would have a top roll prepared, 100%. I would have a little bit of everything ready if it was me. So I'd have my hook set and where I want it. I'd have my top roll set and where I wanted it. Like I'd have every possible lane ready to go.
Okay.
If it was me, that's what I would do. That's mostly because I like my versatility. If plan A don't work, then I got plan B. If that don't work, C, D, E, or G, however far down the damn alphabet you got to go.
Good.
So,
Yeah, that's really, something I'm gonna be working a lot on because, like Dalton said when we were at the arm bender, like when I do post up, I do really well.
mhm.
But for some reason, I'll come down and I'll knife in and I'll like usually does more harm than good. But when I do post, yeah, that's Deadly Dale.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. When I do post, like I do really well. And even if I stay in the hook or if I top roll. So definitely gonna work, especially on my right, getting better about doing that. But yeah, Dale will be a. I see myself as the very clear underdog in that match, so I'll have to level up
Mhm.
to do well there.
It's in May.
That's in May. Yeah, so I have plenty of time. Then I have Mike Schaaf again on the left.
Mhm. That'd be cake. Don't worry about that one.
It was closer than it looked. That first round could have went when we pulled because we both pulled fresh out of the tournament, and he had me probably just about as close to the pad as you could get.
Yep.
So if I was asleep at all, or if I don't just if I make the wrong if I go backwards instead of staying center and just trying to stop him center, I think he would have pinned me. And then I think by the time I kind of figured it out, but I'm sure he's going to try to go through a different lane now or change something up a little bit. But yeah, in
Mhm.
terms of power, I think I do clearly outclass him and just raw strength. It's just his speed is so man, it's a lot to deal with.
Yep. Mike's got good speed now.
Yeah. Yeah, that and that first and his hand is pretty legit too. His hand is big. It's not a little hand at all.
No, Mikey's working on everything that he needs to pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
expect to be a pretty like I said, I think when it comes to me and Mike, it could go even if we're exactly the same strength as we were at Lethbridge, I think it could go either way in a super match. So I can't let my foot off the pedal for that as well. But
No.
yeah, what areas do you think I need to focus on in order to make sure I keep that view in my column?
And
Like,
an endurance.
yeah. I think if we just work on your pose, you have a good pose, but not I feel like once you feel it going, you kind of automatically go to a flop. So I think maybe if you kind of try to prepare or what's the word? Like practice, if we just keep trying to almost crank your wrist back while trying to stay like neutral, I think that would
Mhm.
be good for you to work on your containment and not buckling, Because if you can get, someone almost down without having to go to strap, I feel like you do pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I agree with. Maybe just your hand and wrist a little more. Other than that, you got everything else, really.
Yeah, I feel like I kinda take my own risks, like you I don't know what it is, but my brain and you kinda saw it, Miles, when we were practicing, like, as soon as anything gets sticky, like, my brain just instantly jumps to, like, a fully shoulder committed just flop, and I leave my wrist behind for sure. And usually it's not people taking my wrist, I'm just letting it go. And yeah, so that's definitely
Yeah,
something that definitely, yeah, that I have to break that habit for sure.
you just said it too. Yeah, they don't break it, you just let it go. I mean, you can hold a lot of people. My arm might go like this, but your wrist doesn't go back. Mostly, it's always you just doing this. So yeah, if you could just maybe work on just trying to catch, and then regain and go back. Just
Mhm.
I think you dominate a lot more like that. And then last resort, if you have some freak like Miles top rolling you, obviously, then you go flop press out. That's what I would do. That's what I will do.
Yeah. The good thing about pulling someone like Miles though is that he has to come like because my thumb is so small, he has to come like way down. So Miles will be holding me like this.
A little triggered.
So that'll give me a little bit of chance if everything gets better. But yeah, that's the advantage to being the short forearm, small hand guys. You guys have to start. You don't get to start with your knuckle all the way up. You have to start way down here. But I have to be able to take advantage of that. That's the thing.
Well,
Which is
you
one
see,
thing that's really annoying about Brian, and I don't know how Brian does this, but even though he has that big, huge hand, he always gets high knuckle, and it doesn't make any sense. Like he's way more hand, way more forearm length than me, but he was always getting high knuckle, and I kept complaining. And Ben was saying, hey, it's fair, it's fair, it's fair. But I was complaining a lot because I was like, there's no way he should be able to get that high knuckle. But he's like, well, I can see your thumb and everything looks whatever. I'm like, okay. But and then against Dakota, who is, you know, similar in terms of lengths, but like his hand isn't as big as Brian's. Brian had way high knuckle on Dakota even. So I'm like, what is Brian doing that he's able to always get high knuckle with that just long arm and long big hand? Because that was the hardest thing for me to deal with. Is like I was like, how am I not getting an advantage there of being so much smaller in the hand than him? So
that is 26 years of experience. That's
Mhm.
what that is. That is positioning and angles. That's what that is.
And with Brian, I found out every time I got my finger, obviously it's how you're supposed to do it. On his knuckle, I took away all his, I mean, escape, everything. I think that was his, because I don't know a lot of people. There's only a certain amount that could probably get to his knuckle, you know. But when you can, I feel like that took away a lot of what he had to hit with on that top roll. That's why he kind of, when he hit, he kind of almost went to a hook side hit and tried to hold me down. But yeah, I noticed that in the last match, especially when I held his, that knuckle. I just popped him back real quick and I took everything with it. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely can't reach his knuckle. I can't even get because of the way where our thumbs meet, like, my hand's not even, like, halfway up his. Like, it's so far below.
yeah.
So I definitely can't reach that point. So I had to do the opposite is I just let my hand kinda come forward and let my thumb come down, and I just gripped him kinda low, and then that's where I was able
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
to stop him.
and it got boom.
Yeah,
And
but
you were the same strength as him or more, definitely. Cause that last one in a hook, like he could not pin you. Yeah. So I think you honestly should rematch Brian again too.
at some point, I definitely need to, but I'm really trying to focus. Like, if someone challenges or comes to or to Billings, then I'm going to. But I'm trying to focus mostly on tournaments this year because I really, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the conversation I had with Corey, I think it's gonna be really important to have your airs score as accurate as possible
Mm-hmm.
because I think there's gonna start being money coming into the sport and it would be cool to be able to, make some money arm wrestling, regardless of being able to go to East versus West or not. So I think having a really good, solid, accurate air score is going to be really important, in the coming year or two. I really want to focus on the tournaments. And I just, again, like I said, because of our practice, I just feel like we don't get enough training in the hand. And I know all of our hands are getting better. So we're constantly just not noticing that our hands are getting stronger. But it would
Yeah.
just be nice to have someone, and again, if Chuck is coming, that's good. Just someone who's a little bit stronger, just so that way we can
Yeah.
so we're not always holding and catching, so that way we can work on offense while someone else
Yeah.
holds and stuff.
I agree. I told him that too. I was like, dude, if you come, you're gonna benefit obviously, but we're gonna benefit a lot too. Just from how this rock solid his hand and wrist is. It's just
Yeah.
perfect.
Now what?
So yeah, that'd be sweet.
Doggone. Hold on.
That'll help a
No, we're
lot.
good.
I
We're
think
good.
we'll all go up a
Watch
lot of
Oh,
levels.
old.
Nice.
I like
Hell yeah, bud.
What? Did we
Yeah, I
lose
haven't
each
seen that
other
on the
again?
videos anymore. What's that?
Did we lose each other again? God damn thing.
Hey, your video stayed on, it looked like.
Okay. Oh, good. I'm here.
Yeah.
you just
Yeah,
didn't
no,
blink
we
for a second.
we saw you secretly tugging one in the corner. Your camera.
Damn it.
Hey, this
Yeah.
camera's off, right? Gosh dang it.
Right?
It's like, oh, I lost service, guys. Hold on.
Hey, what? The people at the diner I'm sitting in front of wouldn't be very appreciative if I did that.
yeah,
No, no. I
biscuits
don't
and
know.
gravy.
People are pretty freaky these days. I don't know.
Lord.
They are, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Or you could just say it's ma'am.
God. Yeah, no, we're not going there. We're not going there. Nope.
Yeah, but then no one can mess with you at that point. Then you're safe.
No. No, we're just not gonna go there.
Dude.
What's your pregame ritual, Dalton, before say 2 weeks out of a match?
So what I did this last one for Ben, I pretty much, well, 2 weeks before, so what I even do? I was just doing my normal training still. I was going obviously super light. And then the one week before, actually 2 days before my actual event, I had Brandon get into a hook with me. And I kind of just did just only hook hits halfway and let off. And I felt like that really prepped. And I did a lot of prepping on my ready goes that which didn't really matter because Ben got me, but th- that's the point. I felt more mentally locked in when I was because Nick was playing this part on this video on YouTube. It's like a coach saying or a ref saying ready goes. and it was really sharpening my mind, ready, go. And I was really just engaging in that. So a lot of that,
Mm-hmm.
and then my rice bucket, and just keeping my arms going every day. So just nonstop trying to do a little bit of stuff here and there. Yeah, and I felt pretty good for it. So I could have definitely been a little more healthy in my left wrist and my pronator. Definitely was probably I was probably 90% in my pronator, and then my wrist was like I don't even know. Like I said, when I first hit it with Ben, it fixed itself. So I don't even know if that was numb. I don't know. It was weird, but
Right.
It's
Yeah,
itself or did
I've
it
had that
involve weight?
happen before where
those.
it was, your wrist was kind of fucky and it was bang and it went click click and then it was like, hey, I feel
Yeah,
great. Now we're
that
done.
sounds. Yeah, because I went over to Andrew afterwards, and I was gonna have him like kind of like get like I don't know mess with my wrist or something, and I was like, wait a second, there's nothing wrong with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's why at one point I was like Andrew like pushing here really hard. And I was trying to get you on that like inside of there because that
Yeah.
was like it almost feels like that this bone right here, like the tendon to it always gets so tight, and then my hand goes back or wrist extensions, it just feels it pulling all the way into that little bone tendon thing. It hurts so bad.
I'm telling you that I showed you, just do that every night.
Like here, all the way down.
Yeah. Just do a few holds with that and it'll help that pain go away.
Really? Just hold like
Yeah.
some holds?
Yeah, just like get that like remember that video I sent you where you just hold it and pull it here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or like what I'm doing and where you just pulled up that video of me, like I just pull into a chain and it helps to get that pain out of the area.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me see. Chain. Yeah, I need to do something because I feel like a bitch.
Inner toast
Yeah. Mine is kind of it's chains attached to a toe strap,
in that.
so that way I can customize it for whatever. Because it used to be when I was powerlifting, that was what would catch the weight if was squatting and I needed to drop it or bail. That's what would catch the weight because I didn't trust the
That's what
spotter
I was
arms.
looking at. The way you had it set up, it's like, oh, I know what that is. That's a save my
Yeah,
ass thing right there.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I've just never like I trust it for bench press, but for some reason, like I just don't feel like letting the weight drop onto the spot. Like it makes me feel like the bar might bounce or something. Because at that time I was squatting over 600, so um yeah, definitely those toe straps made me because they're good for like 2,200 pounds or whatever. So I was like, these are gonna catch whatever without killing me in the process. That's actually how I met Big Ron at Iron Barn, Dalton. There was no other powerlifters in town, so I didn't have anyone to help me to spot me for squat. So I'd go to his old gym because his old gym was like out in the middle of Shepherd. It was like in a barn. That's why they called it that Iron Barn or whatever. So I went out there and he helped me prep, and he was there for my first 650 pound squat. And then, yeah,
Dang. That's a heavy squat, dude.
yeah, I was really good at squat. Like even my legs are still pretty good. The other day I was like, should I start training legs again? Then I was still able to squat like 445. So I was like, nah. If I get below 400, I'll start squatting again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good number to go back to it. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff just hurts, dude. Training legs, the soreness, you know. I mean, you go take a shit and it hurts to sit in the toilet. It's like, why is it? It ain't worth it. Like taking a shit's my escape. Like that's where I feel peaceful. You know, I don't want
Yeah,
to hurt in it.
as long as they're not twigs, I'm happy.
Yeah, you don't want no Twiggies now. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that guy from what was that movie with Adam Sandler where the Canadian guy comes up at the pool and he's got like the big upper body and he has the funny French Canadian voice. But then he has those little
Yeah.
strong legs. Yeah, grown ups. Yeah, yeah, it can't
Saskatchewan,
be
huh?
like that. Saskatoon.
You had to know people from Saskatoon hated
I'm sure because they're not even the ones who sound like that, right?
way further east.
Yeah, that's like up in the northeast, right? Like way up in the boonies.
That's like the D-Gens and shit if you watch Letterkenny.
Yeah, the first like 3 seasons, and then it kind of fell off.
Yeah, like Dad and I, we watched season 1, and he's like, "Oh, that's kinda alright." And then it kind of was like, nope, I'm done with this. It's like, yeah, it kind of got ruined. Well, I guess is
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah. No, and
They
it
got to
was
go and
they were
change
good show.
everything.
Yeah, those first few seasons epic. It's like, "Ah, I've heard you're the toughest guy in town now." Yeah, it was I didn't know about that show, and I used to be obsessed. Funny enough, when, on my last deployment in, 2012, um, at that time, like, we didn't have all the streaming services, we didn't have good internet or anything out there, so we would bring hard drives full of just, like, movies and videos to watch on downtime, you know? But for some reason, I never tested anything before I left, so everything got corrupted on my hard drive except for Kitchen Nightmares and Trailer Park Boys. So I watched, like at that time, there was, like, 6 seasons of Trailer Park Boys out, so I watched all 6 seasons of Trailer Park Boys probably, like, 15 times, and then I watched, like, every single season of Kitchen Nightmares, that cooking show, probably, yeah,
God,
like 15 times.
that's crazy. That's a crazy one to rewatch a bunch.
Yeah, but, it was all, like, there was literally no it was so hot because I was in my last like, it wasn't, like, a combat deployment or anything, it was in, Bahrain, and, with humidity, it would be, like, 140, 150 degrees outside, so, like, you didn't wanna even walk or move, like, you would just lay down when you were off, and yeah, so all we had to do was watch movies, and it was yeah, the same ones over and over. It made me really love the Trailer Park I still watch, like, out of comfort, I'll still put Trailer Park Boys on for, like, background noise, you know? But, yeah, once I found Letterkenny, then I was like, "Okay, now there's something new to watch," but then it fell off so hard, I was like, "Oh, I was so disappointed."
Corner Gas was another good Canadian one.
Oh, yeah?
You can still find it. It's on Prime. It's on YouTube too. But it's about a little town in Dog River, Saskatchewan, and there's some dumb shit, same as everything else, but for the most part, it's got a lot of comedic relief. And then of course, you've got the Red Green Show, which you can't fucking go wrong with the Red Green Show. Women
Mhm.
find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. What the hell? But see, so it was a few years back, quite a few years back, it was I was doing night cabin and I took the night watch because I didn't sleep. So I'd sit and binge watch until it was time to go out and make my rounds, and then I go back and I binge watch, and then go make my rounds and binge watch. I watched, which is at the time there was 14 seasons of Heartland on Netflix. 14 seasons and like 22 episodes a season. I watched the whole damn thing in like a week and a half or some shit.
Wow.
And I mean, I started watching the first one. I was like, God, this is a terrible fucking show. Then the next thing, I watched another one, and then I was kind of hooked. And it's like, now what's gonna happen with her? Hmm. All right. And here you go. But like, yeah, I don't know how much. I damn near ran through every flipping Netflix series that piques my interest at all. That winter. Person's Interest. I watched every one of that. Yeah, there was all sorts of.
Damn. It's been hard,
Mhm.
like, in the last year, like, I haven't been able to, like, keep watching past, like, the first couple episodes, so it's been kind of annoying.
Yeah.
You left us.
And
Yep, looks
now,
like he's
Hey,
gone again.
now
just
I mostly watch YouTube.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I'm the same way though. Like last full season or any series I watched was Prison Break.
We froze again.
Oh, wow. That's an old one too.
That's old, dude. I'm like Unk already, bro. Like I,
Yeah.
I don't be watching anything. I play games and stuff, so like I'm a whole setup right here. So
Oh, yeah. What games are you playing now?
Damn, that's Canadian.
I've been addicted to Mega Bonk.
what is it called?
Mega Bonk?
Is that
Everyone's
the new
froze.
one on Xbox?
I think it's probably on everything 'cause it's kinda like an arcade style game, it's like one of those, like, indie games, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, it runs on anything, but man, that game is so like, it's such bullshit that you don't wanna give up 'cause it's
Ugh. Yeah.
it just pisses
No,
you off, like, as soon as you play like, the first 10 seconds you play it, you're angry, like, you're just
Yeah.
mad the whole time,
I
but
know
you
that is
wanna beat it 'cause it seems so simple, you know?
I know. I know. That's the worst. You're like, all right, I want to beat this. It's simple. I don't know why it's making me mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, that. I mean, see, Counter Strike Global Defense.
You play Counter Strike?
Yeah, yeah. Me and Declan actually do a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
never played Counter-Strike. I was thinking of was it Battlefield 6 that just came out?
Mhm.
I was thinking about
Total.
getting that and giving it I tried to get into Helldivers, but I just couldn't I don't like that third person type shooter, you know?
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's all right. It's not something I want to play though. Yeah.
Yeah, Hunter tried to get me to play that,
Kind of
but just couldn't
connection,
get
you
into it.
know.
Yeah, that's the thing I like about PC though is you can just go on like Steam or anything and just find like anything fun that looks fun and you just get it and try it out. Compared to like console, you're only limited to what the pros make. You know,
Right.
not the
Yeah.
fan made ones that are just as good as mostly when a lot of these new games. But it's definitely fun when you have like more people. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, no, the only games I've actually fully played in the last couple years and, like, I bought a PS5 right when it first came out, but, since and I have a stack of games like this tall. Like, I've bought all the cool looking games, but the only ones I've actually played have been, Resident Evil Village, Final Fantasy Remake, Alan Wake 2, and then Elden Ring. And then the rest I just play PC.
yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I've had a hard time. Like I got it, like I said, Mega Bonk, and then I got into Ball Pit for a little bit. And then other than that, I play like Path of Exile and League of Legends.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, those like yeah, so you like the grindy games, like the ones that take like a little bit of time to get good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had a hard time with shooters. Like I used to play a lot of Halo 2 and Halo 3 online, but other than that, it's been hard for me to I'm just not a fast Twitch reaction kind of guy.
Really? Yeah, yeah. That
That's what's
makes things
hard about
tough.
Counter-Strike. It's just like whoever pops out first wins.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And I swear I'll be hitting my pin and I think I'm faster. And then I watch the replay and I'm like, no, I was not faster at all.
I just watch like if I was smoking a lot, like I'd play League of Legends, I would just watch my elo go down. Like, yep, I smoked on that day because I lost like 100
Yeah.
euro.
Yeah. You can really tell.
Yeah. Like I'm like, why do I play ranked matches when I'm stoned? Fuck.
I know. The ones that it's like going to an arm wrestling tournament and just being completely drunk or high before you start it. It's like, no,
Yeah, I definitely stopped smoking before arm wrestling. I think
dude.
that like, even though it relaxed me, it definitely slowed me down too much.
So yeah, does it make you weaker? I'm weak, dude. I'm so weak when I'm high because I think I'm trying, but I'm actually not. But it
You get
feels
that
like it.
feeling like you're giving max effort, but then like it's just not there. Like it's like when you're on your like 500 set of bench press and like the weight's moving, but you don't like actually feel the pressure of it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
that's what it's like.
I know. I'm like, probably not a good idea to do that before matches and stuff. So
But it's like those people, when their legs are moving really fast, but they're running so slow. Yeah, that's what it's kind of like for sure. Yeah, so
A
definitely,
terrible thing.
yeah,
yeah,
it is.
it's not probably the best idea before competing, but it definitely helps afterwards. I'll tell you what, it's about the only thing that keeps me sane after practice. Ugh,
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
elders screaming at me. Anyways, I gotta get going for dinner, so I will probably call it here. If you guys want to stay on and keep chatting, I don't think it'll kick you out, but I'm sure Miles is probably wanting to eat because he said he was pulled up in front of a diner.
Yeah, I kind of need my food.
So, but yeah,
I'm gonna
anyways, it
drink.
was good talking with you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow night at practice, Dalton.
Yep, get ready. Let's do some pulling, bro.
Oh yeah, later,
Yeah,
guys.
not you, Miles. You too big. See you guys.